Want some Sour Patch Kids?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm filming a YouTube video. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachella, and we are today going to be doing 2023 reading goals. In 2022, I did not read a single book, which is not weird for some people, but is very weird for me. In middle school and high school, I would read about 100 books a year, give or take a few. That was a normal occurrence for me. So not reading any books at all is crazy. And I think that the reason that I didn't read at all this year, 2022, and then I only read 2 books in 2021, is because I was very burnt out from college. I feel like that I'm missing a lot of really good books that I want to read just because, like, I'm not, like, tapped in and, like, ready to go. To help, like, ease me back into reading, I'm going to start with a few rereads. A lot of the times I'll feel guilty about rereading or rewatching things in general just because I'm like, oh, there's all this new content that I'm just, like, ignoring that could be my favorite content. But then it's like, do what makes you happy, Rachel. Read what makes you happy. Watch what you want to watch. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So, the first series that I'm going to reread is the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan, because obviously. This is one of my most prized possessions because it is the original cover of The Lightning Thief. Next series we're going to reread is the Hunger Games series because I've been getting so many videos on my TikTok For You page that are like Hunger Games themed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Hunger Games were so good, I'd really like to read them again. So I'm going to reread the Hunger Games series. The next reread that I'm going to do is This Duology by Jodi Picoult and her daughter, Samantha Van Leer. I do not remember much about this, except it is about a girl who has a fairy tale book, maybe just a book. A fairy tale book with a prince in it that she loves so much. The main character of this book, like, starts talking to her, and she's like, that's weird. And then this one is called Off the Page, so yeah, I want this to be spoiler free, so I'm not going to say much, and I also don't remember that much. I think I remember it being very tropey, but again, I haven't read these since high school, and I'm 22 now. So, another book that I'm going to reread is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I've only read this book once, so I don't remember a lot that happens in it. I think I remember things that happen in this the least than I do any of the other books I've talked about. Like Percy Jackson, I'm not going to be surprised by anything that happens in it. I know that series inside and out. The Hunger Games, there might be like a couple of details that, like, I don't remember, and then, like, I vaguely remember the plot of Between the Lines and Off the Page. I do not remember a single thing that happened in this, except that the character's name is Alex, and she goes to Yale. I was like, is it Harvard? But no, it's Yale. And I know that she goes to Yale, and I know that there's a character who's like Kaz Brekker, and there's like flash forwards and flashbacks. But that's about all I remember. And so I want to read Hellbent when it comes out. So I gotta reread Ninth House, so I remember the plot, because I don't want to start Hellbent and not know what is going on, because I don't remember this book. So we're gonna reread that. Alright, another book we're rereading is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I know that she also has a sequel to this book, or like a book that's set in the same universe, or like has a similar vibe. I don't remember. This is a Cinderella retelling. Obviously, it's called Geekerella, but she's a geek. And she's going to Comic-Con, or like what basically is Comic-Con, and it's Star Trek, but it's not Star Trek because that's copyright. And I think she like meets the actor, and I can't remember if there's fake dating involved or not. I don't think there is. Yeah, so it's like basically just like yay fandom, we love fandom, is basically what this is. Which brings us to another book that I'm going to reread. Fangirl, because I am back in my fanfic writing era, except now I'm posting it. I don't remember everything that happens in it. I I remember it being fun and cool and fun. Those are great adjectives. I also want to read the series that Reva Rao wrote for this, like, because she, like, writes the fanfic that Kath is writing as an actual story. And I kind of want to read that because Catty-tastic talked about it all the time. And I just never got around to reading it. And so those three, and then the sequel in the same universe, similar-esque book to Geekerella will also be on that list. I got this for Christmas from my parents in 2022. And it is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I did not know that they did a redesign of these covers because these are not the covers that I read because I got them from the library. Most of the books that I read in middle school and high school, I did not own, I got from the library. Otherwise, I would not have been able to read as many books as I did because I simply could not afford them. So these are the new covers, which you can tell that they're fantasy, probably. And the old covers did very much give, when were these published? It's probably not going to tell me the actual publication date because this is the new cover. Oh no, 2011. 2011, yeah, they had very 2011 covers. Also going to reread Strange the Dreamer, which is also by Laini Taylor, which is why I bring it up. I bought this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? I don't know. I read it. Don't remember what happens. I think people are blue. Are people blue in this? I think people are blue. I think they're blue. I think they're blue. I don't know. That could be a false memory. I think that they're blue, though. I think they're blue. I think they're blue. Are they blue? I'm going to look very stupid if they're not blue. Once I reread this and I make my quarterly update video to go over it, yes! Her skin was blue! Her skin was blue! Ha ha ha. I remember. Her skin was blue, her blood was red. Maybe I should reread Red Queen. I don't remember what the sequel to this book is called. I don't think I read it. So, gonna add that to read for the first time. Another reread that I'm going to do is Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. The main reason that I want to reread this book is because I own this book, Catwoman Soul Stealer by Sarah J. Maas, which you don't even have to say anything about Sarah J. Maas. I know. However, I already own this book. So I'm going to read it because I already bought it or made my parents buy it. I don't know. And I am in a Bat family hyperfixation right now. So obviously I want to read this. But I've definitely read this one and I sort of remember the plot. I think I didn't read this one. I think that I didn't read it. Or if I did, I only read part of it. Because I looked at the back earlier and I was like, OMG, Luke, wait. The Luke that I know that is in Batman and in Gotham is Luke Fox. And I don't know that much about Luke Fox, and I would love to learn more about Luke Fox. And I read the thing, and it's like, OMG, Luke Fox. Great! So I got, like, really excited because my main source of knowledge about the Bat family does in fact come from the webtoon Wayne Family Adventures, because getting into comic books is overwhelming and I'm too scared to ask anyone for help, mostly because I don't know anybody who reads comic books and I'm scared and also expensive to do that. So just been reading a lot of Bat Family fanfics on AO3 because sorry, the camera cut off. Just been reading a lot of Bat Family fanfics on AO3 and like watching Batman Under the Red Hood on HBO Max. So just like doing things like that. If you have any Batfam recommendations of things on HBO Max, definitely drop them in the comments below because I would love to watch more things. And then I'm also going to reread Anne of Green Gables. I relate to Anne of Green Gables on a very personal level. I think I was 7 maybe when I read this book for the first time, and it changed my life. I Anne was my favorite person who ever existed. I loved her so much. I still love her so much. And I want to reread it because I have watched Anne with an E, and I haven't reread the books since before I watched Anne with an E for the first time, so I would like to reread it. Another reread, and I have one more reread after this, and then we're done with the rereads, is this collection of short stories. It is edited by Stephanie Perkins, and it's a bunch of like really popular authors at the time that it was published, and they're just like little short stories, love stories, and it's really great. Lee Bardugo has one in this. Veronica Roth has one in this. Cassandra Clare has one in this. Libba Bray, I know that name. I don't remember if she's problematic or not. A lot of the authors that I read in middle school, like I find out now, were problematic. And I'm like, why were we letting these women write these stories? The last reread that I'm going to do is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I think I won this in an Instagram giveaway. I definitely won another one of E. Lockhart's books in an Instagram giveaway that she did herself. But We Were Liars is so good. Every time I reread We Were Liars, I'm just reminded of like how great it is. I love it so much. The first time I reread We Were Liars, I had forgotten what it was about. I just remembered that I liked it. I remembered what it's about now, so I'm not going to be surprised by the plot twist again, which is sad. But it happened twice. I was surprised by the plot twist twice. And that, my friends, is all that we can hope for. And I honestly think that it would be great as like a mini-series. This would be great as a mini-series. Why hasn't anybody made this a mini-series? Like, there are I don't want to spoil anything, but there are like parts of it that I'm not sure how well it would lend itself to visual media, but I think that they could make it work. But that is all the rereads. So now we're talking about the new reads. I have mentioned a couple of books that I'm going to read that I don't have with me because they haven't come out yet or I haven't bought them. And those are going to be new reads. But then these books that I have here are books that I already own that I haven't read. Starting with Pride and Prejudice. I have watched both the Keira Knightley and the BBC versions of Pride and Prejudice. I don't think I ever sat down and read the book though. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Girls will say that they're entering their Jason Todd era when really they're just reading Pride and Prejudice for the first time. It's me. I'm girls. Another book that I have been meaning to read for a really long time, but just never got around to it. Well, according to this bookmark, I read the first 3 chapters of it. But I don't remember any of it. So I'm going to start over. But it's Better Together by Christine Riccio. Christine was the first booktuber that I ever started watching. So the fact that Christine wrote 2 books, is finishing her 3rd. Insane. I'm so insanely proud of her, which is weird because I've never met her, but proud I am nonetheless. So I'm going to read this one. I have 2 copies of this book. I have the original copy that I pre-ordered where this is the front cover and this is the back cover, and then this is the Barnes & Noble special edition that are the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition that has like a bonus chapter and then is also signed. Yeah. I'm going to be reading this as soon as possible. I am going to read Percy Jackson first though. I hope you can understand Christine. I think she will. Another book that I want to read that is not out yet, since I mentioned Percy Jackson, is The Sun and the Star. And it's about Nico and Will. And so going to definitely be reading that. And then also, Rick announced that he is writing a 6th Percy Jackson and the Olympians book. So I'm going to be reading that. I think it comes out near the end of 2023. It is Percy, Annabeth, and Grover on a quest to let Percy get a recommendation letter to go to New Rome University. And I'm very pumped for it. The next book that I want to read for the first time is Again by E. Lockhart. This is the one that I won in the Instagram giveaway. And so she signed it. It's great. I've never read this book. And, like, I've never won any kind of giveaway before. And I won this one when something bad was happening. So thank you, Eli Cart, for being a little spark of joy while I was upset. Got my mom to give this to me for Christmas in 2021. Never read it. Everybody was talking about it and how great it was and how much they loved it. And I just, ooh, they're little birds. So it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I want to read it. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I don't remember what anybody said about it, the plot or anything, but I do remember that everyone was talking about how good it was. And Christine said it was good. I think Kat also said it was good, maybe, and then Jessie maybe also. And then also people on Book Talk were also like talking about it. Was Natasha talking about it? Natasha might have also been talking about it. Because Natasha is back on social media. And back to influencing, which makes me very happy. Because, like, when the OGs say that it's good and the TikTokers say that it's good, it's gotta be good. Because Christine, Jessie, Kat, and Natasha were, like, pretty much the only people I watched on YouTube from, like, 2012 to 2016. So, their opinions are very important to me. Then I also have been meaning to read One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston because I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I loved it. I thought it was so fun. And I want to read One Last Stop as well. Again, I just haven't gotten around to it. So going to read that this year. I'm very intrigued by the plot. I think it's going to be so fun. Because I love a time-traveling fic. And I said fic. I love a time-traveling story. And I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be so fun. And they look so cute. And the cover's so pretty and pink. I'm very excited. And then these last 3 books that I want to read that I have with me are just books that I found at Barnes & Noble's that looked interesting via the cover. I liked this one because it was yellow. It's a contemporary. It's either going to be a good or cheesy. There is no in between. This one I got because I liked the cover and also liked the synopsis. I don't remember if I even read the synopsis for that one. I just grabbed it because it was pretty. But yeah, this one also pretty much grabbed just because it was pretty, and I wanted a contemporary novel. Because I think we might have got these on Valentine's. Don't remember. Don't quote me on that. No, it was. We had Galentine's. Me, Vanessa, and Taryn had Galentine's, and we went to Barnes & Noble's. So I got contemporary romance novels. That's what it was. And then this one is the last one I got. And I think I got it at the same time. I mainly got it because it reminded me of Taylor Swift's 1989 album. Like, the color scheme just, like, fit the vibes of it. There's one more book that I forgot. I have never read Twilight. I have never seen Twilight. I have only interacted with Twilight in a very indirect way. So, either next week or the week after that, I think next week, you are going to get a video titled Homeschooled Girl Watches Twilight for the First Time. Tell me in the comments down below if I should watch all the movies first or watch Twilight, read Twilight, watch the second one, read the second one. Tell me which one you think would be better for my, experience. Because I don't want the books to spoil something that's going to happen in the movies. Because I want the movies to be the reaction that you guys get. And I don't really have an outro yet, so hope you had fun watching this video. Hope you liked it. I did. I liked it. I liked filming it. There's gonna be a number up here, right here. I don't know what that number is, but that's the number of books that I have in mind for now. Alright, but that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rachel. My Instagram is down below. And again, please comment if you have any book suggestions for me. I would love to hear your suggestions, especially if they are more recent books. Because again, I'm not very plugged in to what's happening in the reading world right now. Alright, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to like if you liked the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you like me. Thank you so much for watching. I've said that like 5 times now. So, feel thanked. You're thanked. I'm very thankful for you. people who I've not interacted with yet. But I'm thankful for you in theory. And once you like the video, I'll be thankful for you in reality. Wouldn't you love to see a theory become reality? All you have to do is hit that like button, or hit that subscribe button, or comment down below. This is so fun. We're doing science. We're women in STEM. Okay, but for real, goodbye!